Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so happy to be bringing you the second installment of Ask Eleanor. I asked you guys on Instagram to shoot me a couple of questions and I can answer them here on my channel, and I think we should just get started. So you guys gave me a lot of questions, so I'm probably going to do this in two parts, so this will be part one of Ask Eleanor. So on Instagram, Emily Riggs 5, how do you become better with technique? Now, my main advice for any dancers out there that want to get stronger in technique is really to take more ballet classes. And when I was young, I did not want to hear that. I kind of hated ballet. But seriously, ballet is such a fundamental technique to learn. And the more you do it, the better you're going to become. And it's going to help in your jazz classes and your contemporary classes because it's going to have the foundation in your technique. So I recommend that you try to take ballet at least 3 times a week. At least 3. That's all I'm saying. When I was in high school, I did ballet for at least 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I definitely have to say that that really helped with my technique. So that's my recommendation. So from Instagram, M Squared Garden says, how can a dancer better network? So for those out there that don't really understand, networking is a way for dancers to kind of broaden their spectrum of people in the industry, people that, you know, hire dancers, or people like producers and stuff. And to better network, you just have to kind of put yourself out there and make sure that you're not shy, and if you go to a show, you don't just like leave after the show. You need to make sure that you go talk to the choreographers or go find out who was producing the show and tell them that you enjoyed it. You know, make sure you have business cards with your name, sometimes even your picture so that they can remember your face, and like a way to contact you. And so that's what I would recommend for networking, is to just really go out there and try to talk to as many people as possible, and to not just like kind of shut yourself down and then just like leave after a show. My friend Katie Hickle, hi Katie, how are you? She asks, what do I want for Christmas? And I don't know if this is just because I'm older now and I make my own money and stuff, but if there's things I want, I usually just kind of buy them. And so it's really hard when my family asks what I want for Christmas, because I'm always just like, I don't know, your love and support. I really don't have any specific thing that I want for Christmas, but I am getting new headshots done with an amazing photographer named Lee Cherry on the 24th, and my parents are going to get that for me for Christmas, so I'm really excited for that. But besides that, world peace. I hate myself too, it's fine. So this next question comes from Asia Star 7, and I think she actually took class with me at Excel in Motion, so hi girl. But she says, do you recommend concert or commercial dance as a profession? I would love to have your input because as a very young dancer, I still have a while to think about which one to pursue. Thanks a lot. Hey, thanks for writing. So I think it's an interesting question because I think a lot of people want to limit themselves into either just picking one or the other. And if you kind of look at my career so far, I think I kind of did a good balance of being able to do both. I grew up mostly doing concert dance. And so for people out there, concert dance is more, you know, ballet-based, modern-based, doing shows in theaters, dancing with a company, that's concert dance. And commercial dance is more, you know, I don't want to say just hip-hop, but definitely like television, movies, like music videos, background dancing for artists, that's commercial dance. I recommend doing both. If you really like both, I think you can make a career out of doing both. So growing up, I only did ballet and Graham, and I was like 100% sure that I was only going to do, you know, a contemporary modern dance company as my profession. And I got onto So You Think You Could Dance and got a lot of opportunities to be on television, and I got to dance for Janet Jackson. And so I think that you can really do both. However, I say train like you're going to be a concert dancer, because then you can have that in your back pocket, your like strong technique, and that's going to help in every situation. Oh, someone loves me. Okay, so Miss Eva Audrey, or Miss Ava Audrey says, what is the weirdest thing you have ever done as a person / dancer? And, you know, being just a weird person in general, you know, my whole life would be a perfect example of that. But I was like trying to think of something like weird that I did like as a person or as a dancer, and I don't know. Because the one story I have I can't tell on camera, so that's story. That's memories. I have a weird story. So I teach for Excel in Motion, which is an amazing dance convention. I also teach for Dupre Dance, and they're awesome as well. But we always do solos, during like a faculty exhibition showcase. And as most of you know, like, I'm super weird and super awkward and whatever, but like, that's just who I am. I've accepted it. It's fine. However, I decided to do like a funny solo. So like most of us like try to show off and like be cool and blah blah blah. But I decided to do a funny solo and I called it the Diarrhea Ballet. So basically I started a ballet solo and then faked getting like a stomach ache / diarrhea during it. And let's just say the audience didn't know what was happening. I was doing ballet and then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, and then I like bourrade off the stage, like holding my butt cheeks. It didn't go over well, but there you go. That was a weird story for you. Mari's Dancer 10 says, if you could only be good at one of these things, what would it be? Flexibility, turning, or isolation. Now, you know, that sucks that you have to only pick one. But like as of right now, I would pick isolation. Only because, like, you know, kicking your face is cool, but like if you don't have like the strength to keep it up, it's like eh. Turning is really cool, but then like that means you have a strong center, so then that's good too. I don't know. I picked isolation because then I would be a really sick hip-hop dancer and then would be like, oh! Like that's all I ever want. Like no one in contemporary does that. Like sometimes they do, but like no one like throws shoes and like hats at you when you finish a solo in contemporary. They're always just like, oh, that was great. Where hip-hop, they're like, oh snap! Great impression, Ellenore, of hip-hop dancers. Okay, moving on. So Natalie 0313 says that she knows Jeff's sister. Jeff is my roommate, so hi. But anyway, do you like working with dance conventions? Is it something that you like to do often? And yes, teaching at dance conventions is actually kind of my main job. So I teach with Excel in Motion, I teach with Dupre Dance, I also sometimes work with Turn It Up, and then I go to dance studios and teach like private master classes and workshops. That is my main job, and I absolutely love it. I know people make fun of like teachers sometimes, saying like if you can't do, teach, but I get so inspired by the students I work with at all levels, like from babies to professionals. And I teach at Broadway Dance Center as well, but it's nice to like get out of the city. I get to travel, I get to see like a lot of the United States, which is really fun. And I'm usually dancing and teaching with like my really good friends. You know, all the faculty on Excel in Motion like are just so much fun and so talented, same with Dupre. And so like it's fun work, and so, you know, if you're having fun when you're working, it's not really a job, right? Oh my god, there's a lot of questions. I'm glad we're doing this in 2 parts, because like, I'm like, oh my. Aaron Hope 26 asks, what's my favorite color? And my super duper, like, gonna be forever my favorite color is like turquoise blue. Like turquoise, like mints, like blue green, everything that's in my room, that's those like types of colors. There's too many. There's too many, but I love it. Hannah Loves to Dance asks, if you could relive any moment in your life, what would it be? And the one moment that like comes to mind for me, it wasn't even like that I met this person, but I felt like I knew them just through an email. So when I was on So You Think You Can Dance, my main goal was to just be myself and to be, you know, like just to be myself and be unique and be crazy and let people know that that was okay. It's like a little bit okay to be off center, and like even if people think you're weird, like if that's who you are, that's who you are. My main goal wasn't to win the show. And so after the show was over, I got an email, and I don't even remember that girl's name, but she emailed me and let me know that, you know, people at school called her weird sometimes because she dressed a little bit differently and she would like speak in different languages as well, like, but she was so happy that I was on the show and that I represented almost like the weird people, like the weird girls and stuff. And I don't know, that just really hit me because like I felt like I did something right. Like I love dancing on the show, but to be able to have people tell me that I inspired them and that I like let them be okay with like embracing the weirdness, like that was so cool. So weird people unite. What? Woohoo! Cami Boo asks, do you like pie? I don't know why I did eyebrows. Yes, I like pie. I'm gluten-free, not by choice, by, you know, things happening when I eat it. But I love pie. Gluten-free pie is great. My favorites are peach, cherry, blueberry, apple, and pumpkin. So all pie. Alex Dragov asks, would you like to come back to Bulgaria? And here's a funny story. I love Bulgaria. It was really fun to go there. If you didn't know, I dance with a small dance company called the Von Howard Project. I'll put the links down below. And we got the opportunity to go to Bulgaria to perform and to teach. It was awesome. But during the tech for the show, we all got robbed. All our iPhones, our iPads, like my friend's wallet, all got stolen. So that was the only like thing about Bulgaria, but would love to come back. And I think we're going to end this first part with this last question from C.E. Berglund. If you could have a bath full of anything, what would it be? Now, the PG version of that would be rice pudding, because I feel like the texture and consistency would be nice. And there's a place here in New York City called Rice to Riches, and they have this like amazing rice pudding with like dried cherries in it, and so the cherries kind of like get reconstituted. Oh my god, so good. So that's the PG version, but the adult version would be wine. I would love a bath full of wine. I usually drink a glass of wine when I'm in the bath, so why not just have a bath full of wine? Kill two birds with one stone, folks. But only if you're 21. So that's it for the first part, you guys. Thank you so much for all your questions. Make sure you tune in and subscribe so you can see the second part when I do it. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video, and I hope I'll see you guys later. Bye!